How many trophies can the Wonderkids of 2024 win? That is the question we're going to be answering today. But before we get on with it, we have some ground rules or criteria when picking these Wonderkids. First rule is that the Wonderkid must have a base overall of 82 and below. Second rule is that they must be the age of 21 and below. And the final rule is that they must have a potential of 85 and above. Now, of course, this criteria leaves out Wonderkids like Jude Bellingham, Jamal Musiala, and other guys like them, but in my opinion, those guys have graduated from Wonderkids to international superstars anyway. The fourth rule, and this has nothing to do with picking the Wonderkids, is that I am only allowed one playthrough season to level up the Wonderkids as much as I can. And before you say he's cheating, I am allowed one playthrough season. However, the results of the playthrough season will not count towards how many trophies the Wonderkids can win. I hope that makes sense. To those of you who got it, congratulations. And to those that didn't, I'm sorry to say, but you are unfortunately stupid. Manager Ted Lasso, he's got a real conniving mustache that makes it look like he likes kids. You know what? I'm not gonna finish that sentence. Team name, Wonderkids FC, thank you very much. Nickname, we're going for the Young Boys. This is so incredibly cringe right now. Transfer budget, I think we go with a safe 200 mil. Because realistically, the players we're buying are not worth hundreds of millions of pounds. The most I'm spending on a player is probably like 50 mil. Worst case, I can always sell players to get more money. We're officially in. Now, time to gather the Wonderkids that fit our criteria. Now, before we get into the signings, I know what most of you all are thinking, right?
Hey Lewis, why aren't you doing this on FC24?
And you know what? You are absolutely right, my friend. Let me change that real quick. There we go, much better. Now on to the signings. First is gonna be Rasmus Højlund. And listen, I know he's been in shaky form in real life for a while, but he is slowly starting to find his feet in 2024. And in FIFA or FC, he has one of the highest potentials at striker. And despite that, EA have not given him a proper face scan. Are you serious? And why is his t-shirt like that, by the way? Højlund is in for 33 million. Next is Madrid's Wonderkid Arda Güler. Bro, why is the t-shirt like that? Is that a glitch or something? 26 million on the Madrid Wonderkid. Still going with the Spanish league. Next up is one of our most expensive signings yet, Alejandro Baldi from Barcelona. We player swapped him to save a little bit of money. That is a very interesting fashion sense you got on there, my friend. Is that the new trend that people are going for nowadays?
A few minutes later.
Here we are, the Wonderkids of 2024, ladies and gentlemen. And as always, let me introduce you.
Check this out.
Goalkeeper is Vabrajan. Who? Yeah, I also don't know who he is, don't worry. And I might have just butchered his name, to which I apologize. Left back is Nuno Mendes, Vardiol and Silva as our center backs. Right back, we have Man City's youth graduate Rico Lewis, Camavinga and Zai Emery as our two CDMs. Left mid, we have Nico Williams. Right mid is Jeremy Doku, Arda Güler at cam, and Rasmus Højlund at striker. But we are not done there. On the bench, we have Bayern's Matthias Tell, Tomasu Baldonsi, Johan Bakayoko, Liverpool's Wonderkid Stefan Bjasitic, Jorel Hato, Barcelona's Alejandro Baldi, and Guillermo Restes. Gonna be honest, I only know 3 out of the names I just said. Donut! Now it's time to play the playthrough season. We're definitely gonna be playing to get these guys leveled up as much as possible. Luckily, with the power of editing, this should be instantaneous. Ready?
No.
3, 2, 1. This is what the team looks like, ladies and gentlemen, after the playthrough. And to be honest, these guys leveled up beyond my expectations. I mean, from this to now this. Pretty huge jumps. I think it's the new coaching mechanic this year that reduces the time it takes for development plans to kick in. But now this team can for sure hold its own. And the plus side is that these guys only get better as the seasons go, because they're Wonderkids. Now, as always, before we get into the simming, here is the trophy list for today, ladies and gentlemen. Let's hope the Wonderkids can tick off some. By the way, I love the new simming in this game. Season 1 done. Came second in the Premier League, which is not bad. By the way, Man City, 94 points as opposed to 79. Goodness gracious. Community Shield we snatched from Man City. They instead take the FA Cup. Have no idea how Bristol made it to the final, by the way. City took us out as well. Listen, it was only a Community Shield, City. Relax, bro. What do you know? We take the Carabao Cup. Atletico in the UEFA Super Cup. Champions League, and it looks like the match has not taken place points yet. That's weird. We'll have to come back to that one. Monaco in the Europa League. And same thing with the Champions League. The final of the Conference League has not yet taken place. So I'll be back
A few minutes later.
now. So Manchester City win the Champions League and achieve their second treble. What do you know? FC24 is realistic. Shut up, man. Down in the Conference League and Bergamo Calcio won it. Team has gotten a little bit better. Let's see what they can do in the next season. The start of season 2. The Wonderkids win their first Premier League title, ladies and gentlemen. Take the Community Shield once again against Man City. Spurs this time take the FA Cup, and they took us out as well. Take the Carabao Cup again. Man City in the Super Cup. Hey, let's go. Dortmund win a Champions League. If that wasn't obvious, I'm a Dortmund supporter. Please don't judge me. We went out in the quarterfinals against Leipzig, but look at Borussia Dortmund, ladies and gentlemen. They beat Manchester City. That is insane. Europa League is AC Milan. And finally, RC Lens in the Conference League. Season 3 is off to a rough start here, ladies and gentlemen. Basically, everybody wants to leave. Our 2 goalkeepers, Jeremy Doku, Højlund, Gula, and Boldy, have all submitted transfer requests, and I can't renew their contracts because they want to leave. Where is Aston Villa getting 131 million, by the way? Ladies and gentlemen, I've been sitting here for a good 45 minutes now, and my players don't want to leave. Basically, I've been accepting offers from other clubs that want to buy them, but I think my players are too bougie, because every time I accept an offer, transfer talks break down faster than Danny Aaron's Tesla. Manchester United want to swap Gula for Mason. Nope, sorry. That's one deal I'm gonna have to reject. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, I think I'm done. If my players want to leave, but they're unhappy with the wages that other clubs are willing to pay them, then that's on them. There's only so much I can do. And our first job termination of the year. Ladies and gentlemen, who would have thought?
Not me.
Second time, no difference either. Yeah, got fired again, so... Forget the second time, ladies and gentlemen. The third time is where it's at. That's why we say the third time's the charm. See, I told you guys, win our second Premier League title, just barely, and our third Community Shield consecutively, in fact. Everton in the FA Cup this time, which is very worrying. So Manchester City can take us out, but Everton is too much for them.
Embarrassing.
Chelsea in the Carabao Cup. Newcastle took us out. No! Dortmund lost in the final against Milan. Oh my flipping word. That right there is equivalent to 100 knives to your heart. Juventus in the Europa League and Napoli in the Conference League. Quite severe heartbreak here in Season 3. Almost won the Champions League, but we won our second Premier League title. Hopefully they can do better next season. Season 4 is in the mud, ladies and gentlemen. I got fired within a couple of days of starting it. I didn't even make it past the week. Hopefully it will get better. It's not better. Bro, I can't make it past the first week. You know what? I'm just gonna accept it because it doesn't matter if I reload it. I'm just gonna get fired again anyway. Wolves want to hire me? Sure. I'm saying that like I have options. We'll just have to watch the Wonderkids from afar, ladies and gentlemen. Season 4 is done, and honestly, I'm chilling here at Wolves. Every time I lose a game, my managerial rating goes up. I don't know. Under new management, the Wonderkids managed to win their third Premier League title. Congratulations. They couldn't win the FA Cup, however, it was Tottenham. They instead lost to Brentford in the third round. Yeah, see what happens when you fire me. Excuse me, sorry. Brentford take the Carabao Cup against Tottenham.
What?
Meanwhile, the Wonderkids lost to Watford on penalties. PSG in the Super Cup, and Bayern take the Champions League. Wonderkids lost to Barcelona, which is a bit more respectable. However the heck you say that team won the Europa League, that is just pain for me right there. Wish I could show you the squad of the Wonderkids, but unfortunately I can't. So on to Season 5. Champions League, UEFA Super Cup, and the FA Cup still outstanding from the Wonderkids, but can they win it all in the last season? Let's find out now. We won't be finding out now, ladies and gentlemen. Well, that backfired quickly. People, in all honesty, yes, I have no idea what this video is anymore. Maybe I should retitle this, How Many Times Can You Get Fired in an FC24 Career Mode? Speaking of which, we can add another to the tally. This is by far the most times I've been fired in a Career Mode video ever. And I'm not about to reload it. Let's see what club wants me. Middlesbrough is where we're going. I don't even care at this point. It's the last season. I just want to get this done. You know, I'm at that point, you know, that specific point where I just don't care anymore. I mean, where do you go if you get fired from Middlesbrough? Wolves, apparently. I don't know how getting sacked by a club that is significantly smaller than yours makes up for an impressive resume for rehiring, but I'll take it. You people realize I've been fired 2 different times by 2 different teams in the span of 2 months. That is simply
sensational.
I'm making Ten Hag look like Guardiola right now.
We cannot replace him.
After so many roller coasters, the 5th and final season is done. Wonderkids win their 4th, or is it 5th Premier League title? I don't even know anymore. Liverpool win the Emirates, while Burton absolutely embarrasses the Wonderkids. You know, I would like to take a tally up of the losses since they fired me. So, they lost to Brentford in the 3rd round of the FA Cup last season, as well as Watford on penalties in the Carabao Cup. Absolutely mental. They also lost to Barcelona in the quarterfinals of the Champions League, which is a bit more respectable, but remember, I got them further in the competition. Now, granted, we lost in the final, but I reckon I could have won them the Champions League and so much more if they decided to keep me. Chelsea as Carabao Cup winners, they lost to South... I can't with this team anymore, man. By the way, look at Wolves. They beat Arsenal and got further in the competition than they did. I'm just saying. That team take the Super Cup against Bayern. I'm sorry, I don't know how you say that.
Donut!
Well, that is completely heartbreaking, isn't it? One player is the reason they lost. I'm sorry, but if a team loses during the 90 minutes, then you take the loss as a team. But when it comes to penalties, man, if you miss and then your team loses, it's all your fault. I'm sorry. It's a team game until we go to penalties. 8-7 on penalties as well. That is crazy. Let's go, Borussia Dortmund. That's what I'm talking about. And Sevilla in the Conference League. Can't show you how the Wonderkids are doing, unfortunately, but based on their results, it's not hard to imagine that they've sunk into great depression. But we're gonna do the trophy count. So, in the 5 seasons we had, the Wonderkids won 4 Premier League titles, 3 Community Shields, and 2 Carabao Cups, which, if I'm honest, is kinda underwhelming, especially for the players they got. But nevertheless, it is a total of 9 trophies in 5 seasons, which is not bad. But they are the 2nd team to not win a Champions League trophy in a career mode video, behind Manchester United, of course. That is the end of the video. See you guys next time. Peace.